even more
how we
because, like,
act
you're doing
and how people perceive
even
us
sometimes just
will make a
driving
difference in
down
us
the
being
street
able
or in the
to
car or in
use
the
that
grocery store, wherever it is, somebody does something to
interaction to the advantage
the
of
old man would have
Christ.
responded very differently
If
than
we are not
Christ, right? And so sometimes
acting right around somebody, they'll they don't want to
okay,
really
right?
hear what we have to say.
But I don't.
They don't see us
I say it's okay.
living what we have to say.
But there are a lot of people that don't do that.
So
They blow up for everything.
It takes time, it takes effort, it takes us to realize that we are walking a billboard of Jesus Christ everywhere and every place that we go. And we have to be careful no matter what our tendencies are to not be the wrong message of what it is to be a Christian.
I prefer somebody.
Yeah, make it evident.
No, your point that I mentioned that you said
I wouldn't say anything.
sometimes for a certain goal, why? That's very, I like that. You know, it's the verse says, you know, it's 5, it's an opportunity. So finding opportunity, let's say with the kebab, like kebab who not really to speak, right? He just observed, right? Sometimes maybe that your word you spoke out and somebody hearing, not first person, but the second person or third person will be hearing your word, and that will hide what you projected. You know, you understand that?
Yeah.
And like a hymn, I'm just saying that if the Keban is the person who's not willing to speak, but he just observes what's going on there, just listening, maybe it will work through that, right?
Sometimes.
So not all the time that you're the world's idea, the world's idea.
But you know, the next verse says, "Let your conversation always be filled with grace." There's there's times where you're on people that you know is just an argument that's brewing between several people or whatever. And sometimes getting involved in that argument isn't going to be very helpful. Especially if it's a religious subject sometimes. But yet you need to stand up and say what the Bible has to say. And that's the important part, where it says, let your conversation always be full of grace and seasoned with salt. You shouldn't get pulled into an argument and say, well, this is the way the Bible says, and I know it this way because I grew up in the church and I heard it preached or whatever. But it's a matter of letting the word speak for itself and not get angry in that situation and cause more controversy. But let people think about it, marinate on it for a while. Maybe their attitudes will change in certain things. A lot of times, people have a zeal for God, but yet it turns into more of a turnoff for a lot of people. And I think that's a very important thing. When Jesus knew what to say, he said it directly. People took it whatever way that they wanted to take it, either as a positive or a negative. It either made a change in their life or became very hardened because of it and wanted to turn against it. But yet, he did it with love. And that's how it should be with us when it comes to religious conviction. It should be done out of love because people think that they understand what it is to be a Christian, to understand what the Bible has to say. And sometimes they're very confused because they're just listening to what other people say or what they grew up with, or sometimes they just have religious convictions that aren't even based on anything that you can find in the Bible. But yet, we need to be people of the Word and need to be addressing it with book, chapter, verse when we possibly can, so that people can take that and look at that and seriously be able to make a choice.
So it's often said you can't control what people say.
That's the important part too, is as Christians to always be ready to give an answer.
Okay, now this is the point. Always be ready. What I'm talking is when Jesus walked
That takes
He
a
just
lot of
keep
self-control.
verbally
Even just
speaking.
going like, I'm-
Doesn't matter somebody listening or not,
Because
just
the
he
minute
keep
you give in and
speaking.
start, then
That
you-
means
first of all,
somebody
lose your
will
focus on God.
hear
And then once
those
you lose
words.
focus on God,
And here, I'm just making this point that
so for
when
us as Christians,
the
remembering
Nicodemus
that God,
came
Jesus is
to when Jesus was
inside of us, and we are
staying
living
his one of
in
his
Him.
disciples'
And when
house,
people say, "Do it,"
and
he says, "Answer not according to
Nicodemus
self-will." You don't
told
have to always
Jesus,
respond,
"You are
right?
the good teacher.
And
You
so even
speak
to the
very
point
well.
where sometimes,
Otherwise, you
when
came
people,
from
especially
God, because otherwise
Christians,
you
we shouldn't
can't
do it,
speak
right?
this
So
thing."
if we're saying
But
something,
Jesus
we
didn't
gotta
answer
use
that.
those
Jesus
buttons.
said,
I don't have to say spouses.
"I truly tell you that no one can see the kingdom of God." Look,
For lack of a
it's
better
not an
term,
answer
we
of
know
that.
what's gonna make
He
us
didn't
feel
say, "Yes, I came from God," or "I am that, this and that." He didn't say that. Jesus said what he had to say. That means we have the word.
devil will get in.
We always learning
Right?
word.
And so
That
we know
means
that.
we always read, period, time and time, season and season. That means if you are the those children of God who is willing to proclaiming word of God, so you have to have all the time the word. And if you don't have the word, otherwise you need something that tracks, the little track. You can pass and they can contract you because of if you're not capable to speak up when they're asking you and you're not ready, and if you're not ready, then you cannot speak up. But sometimes what happens is that I just said, if you're saying first person, maybe he not pay attention to you, but the third person will be listening to your word, right? Do you agree with that? So that's why we never stop talking, never stop speaking. Wherever you go, you should hide. Who is this man? Must be this man know something, word of God. Must be this man will know the word of God. When you talking about, but you need to know first of all opening the conversation anyway. We're not like Jesus. Certainly speak his what word needs to be, but we have to speak something appropriate word. Like here we just everybody is quiet. I have to open something conversation, right? So how it's going, weather or something. At least I opened it some little conversation. Then now weather makes you feel better because you came from outside or you're feeling something cold or something. And now people can hear or people can talk. Now ready to speak up. Then yes, Jesus always walking outside, no matter hot or cold. He just walking all the way, and his disciple were walking behind him. They never ask the teacher, "Where are you going?" They never asking because Jesus is keep walking and keep talking. So this is the conversation.
You don't have to respond, right? Because that only, I know we're accustomed to taking matters in our own hands, and we like vengeance, but who does that belong to? God. Right. But we would just like him sometimes to allow us a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit, but we can't. Right? As much as we like to have it, we
Whatever they say, I don't understand what I'm quiet.
you're quiet with it, right? Right, it's not like you don't know what they're talking about, it's just that you're not going to respond. That's good. One consistent. I would tell you what it is. And then one need to agree, and I have heard that too. I have heard people say that. Oh, I've heard people say right up front, "Lord, you have to forgive me for this," and they just go right on. It's like, just go on right on about their business. Like, okay, who's got that over with? And then it's like, now I can put my Christianity back on.
Remember how he would do
Depends on what's said. Sometimes I think that just because we're on the or speak our mind. Sometimes some people need to hear a piece of our mind, but I think it depends on how you say it, it's how you do it. So maybe that
what
person
people see
said what needed to have been said, but
outwardly. in
maybe she
us.
should have just chosen a better way of doing it.
Well, I don't think you would
That's why.
But we-
before you said what you needed to say. You knew you were gonna say in the manner.
You're gonna see that.
That's what I'm saying, it's the
actions in
manner,
your face
sometimes it
and
needs to be said, it's the
And
manner,
in
so that's
turn,
why it comes
be
in
able to
about
pick up on
seasoning
that.
with salt, right?
So,
That's the
how do you
manner
feel
it's to say.
about
So you're being a
yourself
fool and you're
and
acting up,
your inner
you
person
should
in
be told
Christ?
you're being a fool and acting
Um,
up, but it's the way it's done. That's the difference, that's, you have to do it in love, and that's why we talk about the grace and the seasoning with salt. It's not
truly
saying that you sit,
Are trying to be a
sit-
good Christian.
you just
And
ignore
you
what's
should be
there.
looking for the
It doesn't mean that you
opportunities to
don't
share
take action,
Christ
but it means
in
that
all
you
facets of
look
life.
at Christ.
That's the wonderful
When he
thing
went
about
to
Jesus.
that
You look at Jesus,
He pushed everything
He wasn't
aside.
limited
He was
to,
angry. Yes, it was
Alice
like
is
anger.
not
But
coming.
he
waiting
needed
until
to
the
pick
Sabbath
up, right?
to
He
preach
did
in
it
front
and
of
he did it the way
the
that he thought that was the best way to do it.
people in the synagogues.
Sometimes
Took
we
the
need to be the
opportunity
ones to throw
everywhere
over
and
those
every
tables at
place
the temple too.
to
It's just that we need to be doing it
sort of
in a way that is
get people's minds
gracious.
to start
And
thinking
it's a
about.
way that is to build
Scripture.
people up, not tear them down,
um,
and all of those other
He's
things.
a
So
parable
I
or a
agree with
story
everything
or
that you've
something
said
like
so
that.
far.
That
I
people
just
could
want us to remember
understand
that
and then
just
go
being a
into
Christian doesn't mean that
something
you don't say what needs to be said.
in that situation.
I think you can say what needs to be
Just
said,
he's
but
preparing.
So in turn,
I thought he gonna do.
How we feel about ourselves and
I
another
thought
person.
he gonna do.
So there's my
Yeah,
license, right?
just I need like 5
But
minutes.
I have-
I'll come prepare.
Here's my license that I
5
can
minutes,
now do this
I'll be
because
done.
Christ did
So-
that. God expects, we know He expects.
Okay.
So we're always striving,
Let me
we always make it.
add
But
there.
I think the key is when you
Some
do
some
something, you
among
really
us,
usually realize,
maybe
you realize
we
it was
some people
wrong. You know
are
what?
a little
I shouldn't have
hesitant.
said that, like, I should have
Hesitant means
yielded.
So
Like,
so
I
you
know
didn't season it
not
with salt,
willing
you
to
didn't
come
use
forward.
grace.
No, you know what?
And you
When
Sometimes, listen,
the
I heard
conversation
people define grace and
opens,
love, listen.
then person
Listen,
add the
people
word.
say they love you
Some
more, they every
kind
day
of
still do
people
stuff to you, right?
like that. Some- and some people are forward. Already he comes forward and
Huge difference, I think.
Somebody says,
speak up
okay,
and
so
he
listen, I
brings
just want.
the topics or
Sometimes
anything.
we say
So then
something
easy
each
to
other.
having conversation.
Sometimes
is-
you say-
The second one is that,
Well, sometimes
yes,
people do
that
say
definitely some
And
people
here's
have
the thing,
different,
because you know,
you know,
even
his
some-
personality,
because something is
different
true, if it's
kind
hurtful,
of
you don't
his
have to say it.
thoughts
Like,
and
you don't
can
have to
be-
say it.
and
Just because
but,
you know.
what I'm
it's hurtful
talking
to
is,
someone else means
I am not
you
the
don't
kind of
have to say
person
it,
that
because if it doesn't
I
have
used to,
value,
not
it's
like
not gonna
that
do anything. What's the
opening,
point? Just
come
so you
to
feel better
forward,
yourself, just
speak up,
That's
you know.
how we act a lot of
And
times.
Sometimes
when
we
I
do, but I
was
do think
there,
that there's some things that are hurtful for people to hear, but they
one
don't
of the
hear.
man, he always
I
distributing
absolutely hear what
tracts.
you're saying, right? I understand
And
there's a
people,
difference when
like
people
here,
are-
they, some
doing
people
things
see and throw.
I get that. I understand, but I
And,
think that there are times
I
that
find
people are hurt.
the
Look,
one of
I
the
think people's
men
feelings
that
can
was
sometimes
doing
hurt
this
over
same thing
little
and
things.
people
Like,
are throwing,
you try to
and I find out
encourage or you
some
see
kind of
something
idea,
wrong,
and I
and you're
said,
stopping them and saying,
wait a
their
minute.
feelings are hurt.
if you're giving this,
That's not, I don't think
that
that's what you're talking
person
about, right?
who
I'm
not
talking
willing to
about
take
when somebody's doing something
this.
and they need to
And
know
I-
that they
and I
shouldn't
said,
do this anymore.
wait a minute, let me try.
People think
And I went,
whatever makes them
and I
happy,
said,
they should just be able to do it.
hey,
And I
wait a
know
minute,
that that's-
I got this from somebody else. I like this something. I just opened it. I like this whatever it is, topics. And maybe you like, you may read it. I just give it to him. He said, no, no, no. This is, I didn't like either. But when I read, it's very important. Now I read. No, I don't need, I have that. So you try it. So I give it to him and then he keep looking at it. But before he was not willing to take this, and after that, when you're just two questions, my point is here. You all know that. You know, Facebook, on a Facebook, you all know that.
Nobody wants to say anything. So
The-
I
The
am
blind
not
man
talking about
was sitting and he said,
to hurt somebody else. That's not what I'm
I am
talking
blind.
about. I'm saying sometimes
You know,
there are
I am
things that
blind.
need to be said, and
Please
you
help
work
me.
around the issue.
Right?
You don't say
Nobody
you're
helped
afraid to hurt people's
Nobody.
feelings.
But one lady came and he just took that, he wrote with other side, and all the people coming and dropping money. And the evening, when that same lady came back, and she stand before the man who blind, and he grabbed him, her, that was her, and what did you do? I was sitting here long time never had this much money. I never got this much help. What did you do? That all people help me.
In our house, if we're gonna tell each
And
other
what she said, you
and it-
ask
from
direct.
place, you
I
say, okay, so,
didn't ask
you know
that.
what, out of love,
She just wrote,
you know.
the
we're
weather
doing
is
this,
so
out of
nice
love,
out
you
there.
know, I'm just
Sunshine,
telling you,
whatever
you
it is.
do this.
It's
Out of
beautiful
love,
day,
right? This is
right?
where it's
But
coming
I
from.
can't see.
And it's always.
See, just right there.
A lot
The-
better
The
than
outside,
just kind of like.
the very nice,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I
Just
can't
say,
see. That
you know,
means
this is what you're doing.
it's different, right? And every people
Like, okay, so out
willing
of
to
love,
help because
you know
of
what?
he want to see.
I want you to stop doing
Everybody
this. You do
helping
this
because of
happy,
he want to see,
but we have to
he want to
practice
change his
that
eyes
because
or
people
something.
take what
But
you
before
say
he
and
said,
take
help
it,
me, what kind of help
right? So
he
it's not
asking?
to offend, it's
There's
out of
no
love that I'm
anything.
showing or telling you or
So he
something,
maybe
right?
said
What have you. So
drinking
it's me up,
alcohol, maybe asking
like,
for
okay. And then that's what
food
me
or something.
personally,
Now
the
different.
self-reflection comes in. I
And
don't want
what
to
I'm
tell
this
them,
conversation is
you
we
say
are
to me,
all
you know, I-
know that the
out
Bible.
of love, you know,
And we all know where the conversation we can
I really
bring up.
should- I might
Because
be a
Jesus
negative,
bring
but then I
everything
really start to
according to the
myself.
situation.
And
He opens that according to
And
situation.
if that was not my
Either,
intention,
Uh,
right,
the men who are little literature or little unliterature among any kind of situation. So meaning we have so many words in here. Any situation that we can speak of. That means we have to prepare, we have to ready. The word says that.
That's all I just say to her.
Is that correct or not? Am I?
Yeah.
Because of if we have any kind of preparation, so we can speak of any kind of movement or any kind of situation. Let's say trend platform. People, every people are busy nowadays. How do we begin conversation? Looking at everybody busy. And I just went, one of them, excuse me, if I have a clock, I will hide. And putting in my pocket, excuse me, I'm sorry. What time it is? This is my conversation. What time it is? Because he has the time. He looking at time. So he looked up at me and says, this is the time. Oh, this is still I have a time. I just myself. Oh, still I have time. What are you going? Can I speak something? Then conversation will open. But if I'm not like speakable, I'm not like that person who's not opening conversation, I cannot speak any person. Everybody is speaking, either transition or out or anywhere. This is I find when I was in Nepal. The guy were look how many tracks are these are different tracks. Every day they walk with this, and different kind of people. Every day meeting with. Every day, more than 100 people having conversation. I mean, different kind of attitudes, different kind of conversation, different kind of questions, and everything. They handle it, meaning every day. If you never go out, you never know what kind of people will ask and what kind of question will raise. How you be prepared, what kind of preparation you should be. Right? But when you go out, when you talk, today you learn today one thing, and tomorrow you will learn another thing. This is that I learned. And I wanted to speak, but here is a little different situation because of this is I am man, I cannot go. If I have some lady to two person, anywhere I can speak. Anywhere, nobody, no matter. Any person will be there. You understand what I'm saying? But this is we need. This is makes our conversation more effective. Either you, either whoever, even him. He can speak among his friends because he not speakable, but still he can. Hey, I got this. Can you look it up? He can say this, meaning at least the word will be go out people's hand or people's eyes. You understand, right? What I'm saying? Therefore, this is very, very. This is my lovely matter. I told you, this is my lovely topics too. You're inside. If you don't have that kind of vibe, let's talk here. Let's talk. This is the round table. Let's talk how we can start our conversation among other people. No matter what kind of people that might against. I don't care. He is angry maybe. I don't care. He might be not right the way he slapping me. Maybe he will slapping me when he hear something word from me. I will forgive him. I'll forgive him. But the conversation of regarding what? Conversation is just this.
Talk about the kind of stuff.
You're opening. I feel that.
Yeah, no, I think it's important. I mean, you have to be able to, it's like anything you like, right? Your favorite movie, your favorite book, your favorite sport, like you have to be able to talk about what you like. That's why it's important to, you have to like what you do, right? So with church, like I think of 2 Corinthians 4:16, therefore we do not lose heart, even though our outward man is perishing, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day. Like what Pat was saying about what comes out of your mouth comes from your heart. If we don't spend enough time working on our inner self, we'll never be effective outward. And I think that's where people get confused with church, right? They'll come and they expect like a warm feeling or something, right? Like I came Sunday and I don't feel anything, or I got baptized and I don't feel anything, or this, but they're looking at it in the reverse, right? It got to come from inside out. There's not much we can do outside to make you quote unquote feel better, right? Like a marriage, every day won't be that, right? Church is the same way. Like you are the church. So if you don't work on yourself to be better inside, when you're happy, it just come out, right? When you're in a good mood, nobody hopefully can mess that up. People cut you off, people do anything, you're still in a good mood like that. Because inside you're in a good mood, not meaning that outside. So if you are that way inside, it'll literally naturally just come out. And when you're that way, everybody will notice it. As mean and unloved as this world is, just being in a good mood would put people around you uncomfortable in a good way, because they'll be like, why are you so happy, right? Like at work, if everyone is upset and you're the only one smiling, or even just doing your work, people are gonna be like, why are you so happy? So I think that's one of the things that people in general miss about God lives inside of you. So if you don't allow him to change you from the inside out, none of these things we're reading will ever really make sense. But what comes out of your mouth comes from your heart. So if it's not inside here, it's like trying to remember something at school, right? If I didn't study, I get in front of the class and I can't make something up, everyone laughing knowing it don't sound right, right? Same thing with Christianity. If it's not here and it don't come out, you're going to be fumbling and people are going to know you're not really buying into it. That's why things like this is always important for us in a study to say, wow, I should go and self-examine myself, because if I am better, if my outlook is better, even jail wouldn't be as hard as it is for someone else. And I think that's what the first century, their focus was on, because they were under persecution, right? Like you have to make sure that you and God are synced, so that no matter what happens outside, you remain strong inside, right? Therefore, outside man is destroying daily, but inside is being renewed. So it's the opposite happening. Outside dying, inside is living. But it's hard for people to buy into that, I think, because they allow things in the world to impact their heart, right? Like you start with a good day and then 2, 3, 4 bad things happen and you come home and say, hey, what happened? You left, you were in such a good mood. I know, but this happened, I just had a bad day, right? That is what happened to people, right? It's hard to maintain that because there's so many problems around you, right? So that is the daily challenge. But if you don't recognize that challenge and say, okay, here are some things I'm going to do, it's really going to be hard for you to master. But to me, that's the big thing. If you can work inside out, say, look, tomorrow I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to try to have a good day all day long, no matter what happens. Even just trying that, look how hard that was. But if you can keep doing that, everyone around you will notice it because that good vibe will literally just come out of it. So the vibes we don't talk that much about in Christianity, but it's true, right? You or somebody could say, "Oh, you feel like upset vibe, right? Or you feel like a happy vibe, or you feel like all of that without saying body language can just say that." So to me, that is even speaking, even without saying something, you just being in a good mood can present that out to the world, right? It's like if you pass out a track upset or happy. Upset, people are going to say, what is it? Even if it's true, they're going to feel like you giving me a bill, you look so angry. But is somebody giving you something? It's like I've had some managers that way that's yelling at you, but they're so nice, you feel like, oh, I probably was wrong. Then some other people yell at you, you feel upset, right? It's all in that approach because they're vibe was so welcoming. I accepted what they were telling me. That's the thing. So
Mood.
your mood. Yeah, your mood.
That's way over the top.
Yeah. I've heard some religious people in conversations amongst themselves get very hot tempered. I've heard them say the truth from the scripture, but out of the tone of their voice,
It sounds so bad. Yes.
It's an automatic turn on. Instead of it being something that would want to open somebody's heart to pursue it more, it's an automatic
Close. Yep.
Now, the last question is, do you have the ability to bring peace and comfort to others? What Devon was saying is that
I'm so busy this morning.
being able to give people an answer to scriptural truths or things that are going wrong in their life out of the Bible is very important. Some of us can do that, maybe past learning and be able to pinpoint scripture and verse. Maybe handing something to somebody, like he was saying, is a good starting point because you've got the scriptures there and be able to open up the conversation. But even Jesus said in Matthew chapter 10 that if you just gave a couple words, so there's nothing too small that you should not think about doing to help somebody else if it's in Jesus' name. And we go up into those verses before that. It's very interesting because this question talks about the word peace. Jesus says in chapter 10 here, he says, don't think that I came to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but to bring a sword. Then he goes on, he talks about how this relationship between your mother and father and everything. And then he explains that. He says, if you love somebody more than you love me, then you've missed the whole purpose of what it is to be a Christian. And then he goes on and he talks about that. You take up your cross and so our attitude is that if you want to have real peace, then you need to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. And he's the most important thing in your life. Yeah, I can give you some I'll give you some words that'll be able to help you at this point in time. If you don't have that relationship with Jesus Christ, you'll never really understand what peace is. And that's what we should be working towards in all the opportunities, to let people know that, hey, just because you think that you're okay with that, you really need to accept Jesus on his terms, the way that God desires to be worshipped and to be praised and to be a part of your life, not on your terms, because that's why you're never going to be able to have this peace that passes all understanding. I think
you want to finish up? You finish up.
Saying a kind word to them.
So all of us need to realize that Even if we're a brand new Christian, or if we've been a Christian for 1,000 years, we all have the ability to do something when it comes to being able to point somebody to Christ.
That type of thing,
If you came to Christ, there was a reason. You have your
But
own
I think we
reason of
can
why you came to Christ. At the very least, you can share
show
why
things to other people,
you
and other people
chose
can see
to be a Christian and why you chose to be a part of the Lord's church, the Lord's body. And that should be an inspiration and to help somebody to be able to find, that piece of comfort also.
Only one. It's different for according to situation, according to the person, and that all is different. Therefore, anything that the situation is, I can handle it. Why this man is so miserable, or why this man is very happy?
When you give something to somebody, you never know when they're going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be later, yeah.
If you're going to send out a knowing to somebody, you can send out a straight mailing for 6 months, so that there's great name recognition and brand recognition. Somebody called me because I put my postcard on the refrigerator. A year afterwards, they were thinking about selling their house.
Yeah, see?
A whole year.
See?
So passing things out like that, you never know how it's going to affect somebody. It might not be right then and there. It might not even be that person. It might be sitting at home and somebody else picks it up. They start reading it. So, it's a very good
No,
way.
that's true. That's definitely true. You never know, somebody will come back around.
These people, every day, more than 100 people passing, and every day have in every kind of situation, and and you will know what kind of people that you're gonna handle today. Yeah, you're right. When I got the ticket morning, I was mad all day. Because morning,
Yeah, when you're,
you're going to work and you got ticket, and tight ticket is almost $100.
yes, you already upset, see? That's what I'm saying, even just trying to have a good day, you know how hard that is? You go wake up and be like, okay, I'm having a great day. And you get a ticket, you like, your day is like, tank.
I have one guy in my work, sometimes he comes very, very mad and very upset, and I make him very happy. I like
to change the mood,
change
yes.
his mood, I know what kind of word he likes. I know what kind of word he likes. Just he say something, he like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
One thing I'm gonna say.
Listen to my favorite daughter. No, don't try.
Do you have this?
She has no other.
They have this, like this.
Just 5 minutes, you just need 5 minutes.
I just need 5 minutes. Just reminding.
All right. What kind of reputation you guys think that these guys had on this list? Were they stand-up people that the kingdom can count on? They were? Yeah, did a pretty good job, right? I mean, what do you think about John Mark? Did any of you study John Mark in between Sunday and today? He's a pretty important character in the Bible, and he represents a lot of people. What do you think about the second John Mark, not the first one? The first one is typical. What about the second John Mark?
Many of us are like John Mark, or have been John Mark in different situations, but I think when John Mark realized and started doing what he knew he should do, and that happens to a lot of Christians who leave the church or don't do something, then come back and then they're hired for Christ and they're ready to do that. So I think the second John Mark, thank God there's an opportunity, he had the opportunity where he could make a difference. and was willing to go and do what God wanted him to do. And for us as well, every day is a new opportunity. And so we should seize the moment and try to be better than we, in Christ, try to be better than we were the day before.
Do you think do you think God put him in any lesser hands?
No.
Right. I mean, Peter was, almost a spit. There was nothing lesser about Peter, but God gave him a second chance and gave him the same apostle teaching and didn't tone it down any, but just gave him another chance. And he realized what happened, and praise be to God. We now have a great book written by him and a story that gives us all a chance to do what? Know that there are second chances, and we put our mind to it. There's nothing we can't do. So all of us should have that kind of reputation, and it shows. I mean, people that have a good godly reputation in Christ, it shows. Okay? All right.
I think I'll say, definitely when we're talking about it, Pat brought this up, and it's definitely true. Like, you may say something to somebody, they may not respond to it right away. It may take them a year to respond to it, right? Like, I think of like sales, anyone who's been in sales. Sales is a game of numbers, right? In sales, they have a saying, ABC, always be closing. Like, when you don't know, you can't judge somebody and say, this looks like a buyer. Those are the people that waste your time. And then the people that be like, I'm not going to buy anything, no matter what you say, they end up buying every bonus thing, even upselling them. Like, seriously, like people, I worked at a car dealership. I used to be like, how could you sell a car? Who would come and pay $30,000? And the husband say, I'm not going to buy nothing. Don't say nothing to me, no matter what. And then literally they buying, oh, more, add this thing, add this. Like, think about people church-wise, right? Some people you say, oh, these people would be church people. I'm going to talk to them. Those people waste your time. You keep study after study after Bible study. The people you think, oh, these people never going to like church no matter what. You say one thing, they start crying. Then they say, oh, I'm a bad person. I want to change. Like, you never know. You have to throw that seed. Sometimes people respond today, next week, a year. So our group was just saying, even just being nice, even being in a good mood around people is speaking to them. Like, your body language speaks to people, right? Like, that vibe, that aura you give off is so different than this world. This world is so mean. Like, I think of like school setting, just being a nice person in high school. Like, you know how rare that is. Why don't you ask Tiana, right? Like, you know how rare it is nowadays for kids to be nice, just nice. Just that one little thing is a sermon, right? Like, literally a sermon. So we think sometimes so high, like what we can't do. Just taking the basic principles in this book and say, tomorrow I'm gonna be in a good mood for as much as the day as I can control. Even that would be a whole 52-week Bible study for people, because they're going to be like, why are you in a good mood and no one else is? Think about your day. How many people do you really see in a good mood? Like, at work, at my job, everyone make a big deal about everything. I'm like, is it really that big of a deal? But only I don't make it a big deal, but everyone else think it's a big deal. So me just not pouncing on people or pouncing back is enough for them to be like, hey, how come you're not yelling like we're yelling? So even literally just try that. But I'm telling you, in certain settings, especially like in school settings or aggressive jobs, just being in a good mood is a sermon on the mount to people, because they just people don't experience goodness anymore. Love, things like that, basic human principles, where I don't even see that in the world anymore. So I think just as encouragement, because that's what we were talking about. You may not speak a lot. You may be a speaker. You may not, right? It's different personality, but just having a godlike attitude is a hour-and-a-half sermon to somebody, just as powerful, from the best speaker in the world. Seriously.
How many of y'all had a teacher that you remember that said to you in grade school that you were going to be this or that, or only thing you need to do is do this or that, and you can be this or that? Or had a Bible, somebody, a Bible school teacher, or a neighbor, or a baseball coach, or something that seen something in you that you didn't see in yourself. You have a lot of people in the world that are, how many you had? I can remember teachers that loved me enough to give me a little information that I think about even today. You know, I had a mentor, you know, that did the same thing, seen something in me that I didn't see in myself. Anybody else?
Yeah, definitely.
Come on. Devon, you had that, you can remember. Donna, you and Tiana, you know, you got that person. There's if someone said something to you that I think of John Mark, I think of two things that happened, well, three things that happened to him. Paul wasn't having it. Barnabas put his arms around him, and Peter took it to the next level. And he had three big powerhouses in his life that helped him along the way. And his reputation preceded him. So, you know, if you don't cash in the chips on yourself and you really, really believe in, you know, in the gospel itself and it's worth others hearing it, and you're changing your lifestyle to be all that you can be, God can use you in an enormous way to change the kingdom. First in your life and then in the lives of others, and you look around and bam, there it is. 15, 20 years down the road, you look back and you'll see how many people you really, really affected in this walk in Christ. Okay? Any other comments? Where's the prayer board?
Here.
You still writing? Go ahead. Go ahead. Everybody get an update on Mary? No?
Yes.
No, your leg is broke in 3 places.
Not her
No.
leg, her
You
foot.
said leg is,
Yes, she said no, that they find out what happened to her foot. And they changed the thing she had on,
Mhm.
and they put on something else, and tell her she has to, like, 8 weeks be off of her foot.
Yeah, she's in a soft cast. Her foot is broke. Her 2 toes are broken, so she's in a soft cast that has to be changed.
Toes that broke?
Yeah, it has to be changed every 2 weeks.
So, for what?
So 6 to 8 weeks.
So she just didn't know. She said, I just, you know, walked a certain way and it was painful. So be mindful of her.
On Tuesday, she needs someone to take her to the grocery store. That's who I was on the phone with out there. So we will announce that on Sunday, but she asked if someone can volunteer to take her down the grocery store on Tuesday.
Anybody need a ride for Saturday?
So
And
somehow the sign-up sheet for Saturday disappeared. For Saturday, the ladies, did everybody in here
They
sign
couldn't
up?
find it.
I didn't sign up. Were you going through?
Oh, you brought it. Maybe it's in here too. I gave them a list of names that will be coming. I'm gonna take the van, so I just need to know who needs a ride. I asked if the van will fit in the garage. I know the van don't fit in this garage across the street. I was told that it will fit in the garage. So I'll call up tomorrow, Gateway's garage itself, and find out what their height difference is. And if that's the case, and those who need a ride, just call me and let me know.
I need a ride.
Okay, you already know you need a ride, right? So
Donnie right in the-
Ruby needs a ride.
Well, you mean, I'm sorry, I'm down at the, yeah, how are you gonna do this?
Well, the van is outside, so I have to come here. So those of you who need a ride and, you know, you don't want to carpool, you want to get in the van, you have to meet here at the hotel,
What time?
8:00.
I think Michelle had a.
Okay.
So who driving? So who driving? Ben, you driving? So Michelle
Don't
asking,
you need a calendar?
Sister Michelle
Well, I'm
asking.
asking everybody now, so I need to know, I already know you two guys need a ride, I already know Michelle needs a ride. Anybody else that needs a ride, just have to let me know.
Before break. I wanna show something.
Okay,
Okay?
Yeah.
You stay there.
you want me to stay here?
Yeah, I need volunteer. So you are the one of the volunteer. okay?
Okay.
And here I brought this is my out of topics, but this is my next, for next class, but I don't want to, I want to finish today. So why I'm just bringing is, this is the time that election is right now, right? So this is my election.
You campaigning?
You just read it, I just hold it, okay?
Okay.
So this is all my play card for my election. So my election is going on right now. Everybody should know this. I am this play card holding, running this with this play card, okay? So you just follow me. Just follow me. If you all are same page, okay? So I'm gonna hold this first from here, okay?
Okay. You want to read it?
Yes,
Be
please.
perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. Matthew 5:48.
Okay. This is my rally sign.
Okay.
So my candidate is Jesus Christ. He walking in front of me. I am walking behind him. And you all want to walk behind him. So you just keep your mind. You have this play card, okay? So keep bringing here. You're going to read this.
Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16.
Amen. Say amen, please.
You are the light of the world. Matthew 5:14.
Thank you.
Amen.
So you all now say thank you.
Thank you, amen.
Thank you, amen. Also.
But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. 1 Peter 2:9.
Thank you.
Amen.
This is all, remember, we all walking behind him, okay? So he gonna win, we all win. So meaning we are his voter. Make sure.
We are ambassadors for Christ, as though God were pleading through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. 2 Corinthians 5:20.
Thank you, brother.
Amen.
So we are all ambassadors. Now you have the responsibility. So ambassador, how to look like, how act like, how, vibe, they call vibe. So thank you. Now it's fine.
Okay. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. Matthew 5:13.
Thank you.
Amen.
So now you know this. So this is my play card. So anybody wants this whole one and walking this, anytime I will be ready. Bringing this, walking this with this word. If you remember here who we are, forget what we had a conversation. Forget that conversation. But just remind this thing, who we are. What is our responsibility? This is, thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.